Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. And today's video about the huge news Niantic dropped today, which is releasing Annihilate, but with P. Annihilape. Yes, that's how I pronounce it, I think. And today, January 11th, Niantic dropped this news. Prepare yourself for a Battle Week event featuring the debut of the Rage Mankey Pokemon Annihilape. So Annihilape is the third evolution of Mankey. Mankey evolved to Primeape. Primeape evolved into Annihilape. And Annihilape has a decent typing. It actually has one of the most interesting typing in the entire game. It's fighting and ghost. Isn't this supposed to be fighting and ghosting? Okay, it's fighting and ghost. So how do we obtain it? I so far don't know. So we're about to go on read news. Initiate battle information. Get ready for a week full of battle to celebrate the debut of Annihilape, the Rage Monkey Pokemon. Raging Battle, January the 19th. Oh my. Okay, no. To Wednesday, January 24th, local time. Yeah, I actually might be traveling, so I might miss this. Hopefully, I will be able to evolve it. From January the 19th into January 24th, that's a small window, to be honest. Annihilape, the Rage Monkey Pokemon, will make its Pokemon go DPU. And it's actually with the Shiny, because you already have the Shiny, so you can just evolve a Shiny. You can evolve Primeape into Annihilape after defeating 30 Ghost-type or Psychic-type Pokemon in battle with Primeape as your body. You don't have to defeat these Pokemon with Primeape. I love how Niantic added this part. It's like you don't have to win. Just do it, okay? Just do it. This is actually a fun part. They know people will be complaining. It's like, why would we have to battle to evolve? Like, just battle. You don't have to win. You know, it's like just like everything in this game. You don't have to battle. Just go to the gym. You drop your Pokemons. You go to the raid. You just tap your screen. You don't have to dodge or do anything. Yeah, that's I love this game. Event was Team Go Rocket will appear more frequently. This is actually the best part, I guess. Okay, the second best part after Annihilape. So we have a Team Rocket balloon, Team Rocket, event, where like you will see more shadow Pokestops, which is decent to do, to be honest. Like, I love grinding shadow Pokemon. It's my favorite part of doing the game. Throw and Sock will both appear in the wild during this event, regardless of your location. Don't you guys hate such a thing? Like, why would you make it like regional locked if you're just gonna make an event where like it will be available everywhere? That doesn't make sense. I just make it regionals locked or global appearance. I don't know. The following Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild: Mankey, Machop, Lickitung, Gligat, Sableye, Throw, Sock, Scraggy. Scraggy used to be one of the most hyped spawns because this Pokemon took forever until it started spawning. And when it became available, it was no longer, like, when it became more frequently appearing in the wild, it became no longer as good as it used to be in the Go Battle League. And in the raids, we will have Pancham, Primeape. This is the one I care about because I think I don't have a good Great League one. Well, technically, Great League one has to be lower level. Field research, event team research will be available. The following Pokemon will be available to encounter when complete field research tasks. So we will have some tasks. If you're one of those people who don't get that many spawns, all you need to do is just do these tasks. Go Battle Week, timeless travel, 4 times the dust. Okay, these are just bonuses, okay? And we will have all the leagues available. So, we talked about the Pokemon. Okay, this is the same news. Now let's see how good this Pokemon in the Go Battle League. Okay, so because this Pokemon is supposed to be pure PvP, so I'm just going to compare it to the other fighters that do exist in the current meta, and we will see which one is better in the Great League, in the Ultra League, in the Master League. Technically, it's not available in the PvPoke ranking, but I can use it for a custom ranking. So here I have it against Annihilape, Primeape, Poliwrath, Surfetch, Medi, all the fighters that exist in the Great League. And if we look at the matchups, technically Primeape beats Altaria. Well, Primeape has Ice Punch, right? So that's what makes it do that thing. Poliwrath is the only one that doesn't beat Carving. This is such a copium. I think Poliwrath has the best matchup. Poliwrath is still the only one that beats Clodsire. while Annihilape is the only one that beats Deoxys defense, I think this one is due to double resisting counter. So technically, this is actually a good matchup to consider. Like, this is where you would need Annihilape over the other fighters if you're weak to Deoxys defense, as an example. Poliwrath continue its dominance as it's the only Pokemon that can beat Frostlass. I think Annihilape can do that in the 2 shield. You just double shield and just get a Night Slash boost. And here, same matchups technically. Mandibuzz just becomes way worse because, you know, like Dark Pulse will be neutral or the foul play. But Annihilape can beat Medi. How does he do that? I think it's just he just outspam Medi or something. Yeah, you double Night Slash, you can live an Ice Punch because it doesn't do that much. Oh, because Medi has Dynamic Punch now. Medi no longer use Psychic. So in that, yeah, it can happen. And if we keep moving, we have Skarmory getting dominated by Primeape, Annihilape, and Poliwrath beats Skarmory as well. But you have to use more shields. And you will leave the matchup with lots of health. The Venusaur matchup, Annihilape doesn't win that. Primeape do win that. So if we look at the total wins, we can see Annihilape being technically as good as better than Poliwrath here. But honestly, okay, something to mention, the wins that Poliwrath picks over Annihilape is way better than the wins that Annihilape picks over Poliwrath. So I would still think that Poliwrath is still the better fighter. This is in the 1 shield scenario, but Annihilape is actually a frail fighter, which means it's a Pokemon that you will be using 2 shields on. So if we check the 2 shields, Annihilape is way more dominant as you have 3 more wins. And if we take a look at the wins, it's Deoxys defense, Frostlass. See, you destroy Frostlass in the 2. You demolish Frostlass in the 2. Medicham, we saw that. Ninetales in the 2. How do you win that? Let's see. Oh, it's Powder Snow. Yeah, makes sense. I'm like, how do you beat a Ninetale? Okay. You lose to Serperior as an Annihilape in the 2, which is actually tough. But Surfetch wins. How? All you need to do is just get a Night Slash here. Night Slash boost. It's literally Night Slash. Wait, maybe Surfetch does more damage? Let's see. Not this one. So the counter from Surfetch does 5 damage. The counter from the Ape does 7 damage. Here we have 6 damage from Annihilape, from Surfetch. We have 7 damage. So technically, because Surfetch has way more attack, so that's why Surfetch can beat Serperior and Annihilape doesn't. Well, that's something you could do with like some attack spread. Poliwrath is still... so would this be better than Poliwrath? Well, technically it will be fun to use. This is a Pokemon that you would like to use because it's just a failed Pokemon. Like, assume you're using Surfetch that beats other fighters. Assume you're using Hunter. Stuff like these frail Pokemons, but slightly bulkier than those. So that's like the main use for it. It's a fun Pokemon to use. It's good in the 2 shields, but not as good in the 0 shield, and that's why people would rather still use Poliwrath. But that doesn't mean you wouldn't use Annihilape. Annihilape is still solid, okay? Now moving into the other league. This is not the other league though. This is not the other league. And now moving into the Ultra League. And here we have it. Annihilape, Poliwrath, Deoxys, Surfetch. Why Deoxys defense? Well, Deoxys defense is the 2nd most popular fighter in the Ultra League meta. It's not a fighter, but people use it as a fighter. And the matchup we see that Annihilape picks over Poliwrath and Deoxys defense is Ampharos, but you drop the Charizard. So technically, which one is more relevant now? Now Ampharos is more popular than Charizard because it technically breaks the core Poliwrath with Giratina. So technically, that's a good matchup to consider, but that doesn't justify it over using Poliwrath. Well, you can use both, right? That's like why it's good. We will have a second good option. We still don't see the same wins, and here we see that Poliwrath destroys Gyarados because you just wall all the Gyarados energy. You resist Aqua Tail and you resist the Crunch, while Annihilape takes neutral from a Crunch. And if we keep moving, we see that, okay, what do we see? Technically same wins, but the Registeel is way more dominant here. Look how dominant this matchup. Annihilape literally annihilate Registeel from the entire game. Poliwrath beats Talonflame, while Annihilape cannot do that. This is why Poliwrath, and we can see that it picks up 21 wins over Annihilape, which picks up 19 wins. So, which one's better? I would still say Poliwrath, but Poliwrath is just OP. Like, that's not because Annihilape is bad. Annihilape is actually decent. The problem is Poliwrath is just overpowered. That's the main thing. In the Master League, well, Poliwrath doesn't exist, but the stuff that exists are Conkeldurr and Machamp in the Master League Premier, technically. And this league hasn't been around in forever, but we will see. And most of the matchups, if you look, it's actually better than Conkeldurr because you beat other fighters. So that's a matchup you would pick over the other fighters. And you can see that here, Annihilape beats the Dragon Tail Garchomp, the Shadow, and the Mudshot Garchomp. What is the Dragon Tail non-Shadow though? That's what I want to see. You destroy Haxorus because Breaking Swipe, Night Slash. I mean, technically, how does this matchup go? Do you actually win CMP? There is no word where you win CMP. Oh, you get a Night Slash boost. Oh, you close combat. Okay, you close combat eventually while they have Breaking Swipe, which is technically a bad energy move. It doesn't do that much damage, but what makes it good is actually the debuff chance. Same for Night Slash, but Night Slash doesn't have that high of a chance. So in Master League, it's actually nice, and I think Annihilape goes up to 3700. So the CP is 3700 almost at level 50. The defense, it doesn't have that much defense. It has good HP and good attack. The defense isn't bad. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Annihilape. I think it's very interesting to use. It's basically a second fighter that you could use, but the fact that you lose to Lickitung make it a bit, you know, not that much of like a pick. But that doesn't mean it's bad. So make sure to evolve at least 3. At least 3. I would evolve 6 if I have enough. Because you might like we still don't know the moveset yet, and we still don't know the future moveset. So until then, we have no idea. So that's it pretty much for today. I think it's a pretty decent Pokemon. It's better than all of the stupid community days that we've had the past year outside Poliwrath community day. So you could assume that we get like a decent Pokemon into the meta. So yeah, hopefully they keep the moveset as it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And if you like the video, make sure to leave a like on the channel, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Peace.